Alright, so trying to make a fire from stuff from the creek. I brought this hearth just in a pile of firewood from Fast Trip. Just trying to learn the techniques. Made a bow for the bow drill. Got this piece of wood from the creek. Cut it up and smooth it up a little, and got this string to tie on it. I have my spindle, just a piece of what the hell ever it is in the creek. Something that was already kind of straight and dry. Smoothed it out a little bit. Made the top a little rounded because you're going to need to put something on the top and hold it. You can't use your hands, so you can find a rock that already has a shape that you need. Sometimes if it's not smooth enough or good enough concave, it's hard, so I just grab this out of the cupboard because it's going to work. And I'm going to put a little Christmas wrapping paper on top of it because it's metal and it's going to get hot on top. So that's my bow drill set up. And for the hearth, like I said, just a piece of firewood from the store. And you're going to want to make an indentation in the hearth board the size of your spindle. Just go in a little bit. These are some examples of previous attempts. So you'll see we have the circle and then we have a notch on the side. At first, just carve out the circle to get a place for your spindle to sit in, and it won't move on you. Then you could start burning it in. Once you start seeing a little powder, you carve out that notch like these notches all the way through to the bottom. And on the bottom, on this one, I flared out the bottom so when the dust forms, it'll come out of this hole and then settle in the pile on the bottom. And that's where your ember is going to fall and hopefully catch. So let's get our bow drill ready. Get our bearing, makeshift bearing on top. And begin. A little downward pressure. Don't go super fast until the wood starts getting warm, which will be just in a minute or so. Hopefully less, because I've already been messing with it a little bit. I see some dust starting to pour out of the hole. I'm just going to keep going, and you should start seeing smoke. Speed it up. We got some smoke. But you gotta keep going. Saw smoke, so I'm gonna go faster. Yeah, she's smoking. There's a bunch of dust pouring out the side. But just go longer than you think you need to, because you need an ember to form in the pile at the bottom so you can capture the fire. Pull the board away, see if we got anything. No ember, but that's what you're gonna want to do. The longer you do it, the hotter it's gonna get. And me stopping right now is letting things cool down, but it'll heat back up pretty quickly after starting. Plus, we got our dust pile already down there, so we don't have to revisit that procedure. So I'll just keep on going and hopefully get a little more action than that. So what's happening is my bowstring loosened up, so it's not gripping the spindle very well anymore. Not giving me enough spins per pull. So what you do about that is find a little sap or even some water, put on the string, but don't get the spindle wet at the bottom. So I'm gonna rewrap this and see if I can get a constant flow going again and get that smoke back so we could try to get the fire going. This spindle's not gripping enough anymore, but it is starting to smoke again, so I'll continue for a second. Now we got some more smoke, so we're on our way, but I'm having to manipulate this string on the bow and contort it in awkward positions to try to get grip, and it's just not efficient. But you can see how a good bow and a good spindle, or even just the all-powerful hand technique, will have the same effect. It'll just bruise you up a little bit probably until you get used to it. So that's it. We got smoke. Don't mean fire, but it means it's possible. So I'll just be on the hunt for the right woods to use. But it's always good to try whatever's around you so you know what to use and what not to use. So anyway, there's the powder that should have caught coals eventually, and will once I get better at it. And make sure to have a big bundle of this stuff wrapped up tight like a bird's nest to pour that coal over, and blow on it and get this to ignite, and you'll be able to ignite the rest of your firewood. Small wood first, obviously. This is something I like to have. It obviously needs fire already to make, but it's just cotton cloths cut up, a few of them stuffed in a Altoids tin with a small hole poked in the top. Put it on the fire till the rags start heating up and smoking, and then when it stops smoking, take them out, cool them off, and then you have yourself char cloth. It's like charcoal, but it catches real easy, so if one spark or one ember hits it, it's just going to spread and it's not going to really stop as long as everything's dry. You can use that as a savior. Like I said, you already had to have had a fire for that, but if you do learn how to make a fire, make some char cloth. It'll make everything that much easier. Once you get that one ember in this dust pile, it will hold on for a little bit. It's ready to burn like coals. But you got to get it onto something to get your fire going. You can't lose that fire.